This is an Ellis Mowers and Mower small engine repair. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. Parts used in today's repair are found using the links in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's repair video, we have this Craftsman M100. Should be a fairly simple fix. Just wanted to put this video out because I know a lot of people have a mower similar to this. If you've got a Troy-Bilt TB100, Boland's push mower, a lot of MTD brands out there, Cup Cadet. Got a Briggs & Stratton 500 series or 140cc engine on it. And it's just simply not starting. He said it will, you can prime it and it'll run for a little bit and then it'll quit. Just, run for a couple of seconds. A lot of times what happens with these is that the main fuel jet gets clogged in them. In this video I'm going to show y'all how to take out that jet and take off the carburetor, clean that jet out and put it back on. A lot of these engines get thrown out, a lot of these mowers get thrown out because of something simple like this. So if I can save you a little bit of cash, just watch this video and hopefully I can do that for you if you're looking to see if you can repair your Craftsman M100, because these things are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere. Let's get started on it. So I took the air filter cover off, really easy to do. Just pull it at the top and then pull it down. You can see this air filter is in like new condition. So what I've done is I can prime it on the side here. Sometimes you may not see any gas come out, but in this particular case, it is coming out. It's just not coming out where it's supposed to be. It's coming out in the air filter housing, and it's not coming out through the carb jet. I'll show you that when we break this carb down. But I'll tilt it, and I'll show you that it will at least run on start, or either when you put starting fluid in, or run when you prime the primer bulb. So you heard it try and speed up there. That's the first test that I usually do. If you have a lawnmower, just have a little bit of carb spray. I'll link some carb spray in the description if you need it. And you can just spray that and instantly you can say it's a fuel issue, fuel delivery issue. If you do that and it doesn't fire, like carb spray or pumping the gas and you see the gas go in and it doesn't fire, you're going to be checking your spark plug. You can get a spark tester, test that, or you can pull the spark plug and see if it's sparking if you have a second person and once you ground it to the frame. We're not getting into that today because 95% of the time it's a fuel issue. Let's get this carb off. So to do this, you really don't need a lot. I have an impact. You can use a regular ratchet wrench, 7mm, 15 or 5/16. Some carb spray, that same carb spray that you're going to use to see if it starts. Wire, pair of pliers to get the fuel line off, and some vice grips to crimp the fuel line to stop the gas from flowing in the fuel line. So, and some sort of tray or workstation that you can just, some of the gas will pour out of the carb whenever we take it out. So a couple of 5/16 gets the air filter housing off, and then 7mm actually gets it off of the carb so that we can pull the air filter housing. Okay. So we'll pull this off. There's a breather tube in the back that can be a little tricky to get put back on. It's right there. We'll get it back on though. We'll just set that to the side for a second. What we're going to do now is take the pliers with the fuel line. We're going to pull the fuel line off. Take the plier or the vice grips little bit tighter. I'm going to pinch the fuel line there. Take the pliers and just kind of slowly work that fuel line off. Okay. We know this machine, I know this machine it's full of fuel, and it's good fuel. So we're gonna just slide it off. It comes off with an O-ring. There's an O-ring and a washer on the back side there. Make sure that stays on. If not, you can just lock it back in place. So now what we're gonna do, just take it on this little bench here. We'll clear this area off here briefly. It will get some gas come out of it. So be ready for that. You have a couple of 7mm that we're going to take off the top here. Gas smells okay, which is good. Forgot to mention you need a flathead screwdriver. Let me grab one of those. Smaller one is preferable. I use it to pry up the plastic bowl down here. A lot of people hate on these plastic bowls. I don't mind them because they never rust out. And I've worked on hundreds of these, and I've only ever seen one of them leak. So, got that going for you. So, we've got the jet here. I want to show you all that jet because I'm sure it's got some sort of blockage in it. It may not be what we're looking for, but it looks like we have an opening on here, and excuse me, maybe that opening is blocked, but it's right there. What you can do, a lot of times what I do, we'll go in here and take the whole jet off. You may not have to though. May have just had some old gas in here. I don't know. So you can just take a wire, just press it through and work your way. If that jet is blocked, then this wire should free it up. I don't even know where I got this wire, but you can either use like torch tip cleaners or wire or something along those lines. We're going to go one step further and take this jet cartridge. You have to be careful though. And so I'm going to try and get a little bit of leverage right here to take it off. Okay, so there we go. We got it off. You can use a smaller screwdriver and you might have better luck. So the jet inside here actually looks clean, but we're going to confirm that everything's moving through it by just spraying in that brass right here. And you can see it coming out of this bottom hole down here. And if I spray in the bottom hole, you see it coming out of the top hole too. So we've got a little bit, it's doing good. So now all we gotta do is put everything back together. We can wipe it clean with a rag. Might be a good idea to do. This comes apart even further, but I don't see any dirt or anything in here. But it will come apart even further on you. So just be mindful of that. I've got a nice clear opening down at the bottom. Everything looks nice and clean on the inside here. I usually just try and give it a quick spritz with a little bit of carb spray just to make sure we've got everything situated here. Make sure all those passages are good as well. One other thing I want to check is the primer bulb here. And one other thing I'm going to do to check is this little opening right here. I'm going to push in. And when I pushed in, I couldn't press it. There was no air coming through. Now I push it, I can feel the air coming through. You can even push it down, and you'll feel the resistance. So I do know that that is working properly. And one other thing I can do to test to make sure that this is going to work right is spray a little bit of carb spray through this. And I can see it coming out this cartridge right here. So that's good. We'll put everything back together. You can clean this carburetor up on the top side too, if you so desire. Spray a little bit on the inside here. We'll clean it out with a rag also. These things aren't really picky, so should be alright. This particular mower doesn't look like it's been used very much, so it's kind of puzzling as to why it did this. But so you got your float still on. You can take the float off, don't have to. You can actually do this on the mower too. I have done a video, and this goes one particular way. Where the ball is, that's where the indent goes, or the out dent, I guess you could call it. Put your 7 mils back on. I see a little bit of water in that fuel, so that might be the issue. Here's what I'm going to do actually. So you could have water in the fuel too, which would cause these issues that we're describing. So if you're doing this, it's good to start fresh. I'm going to grab a glass here. And we're going to clean this out. We're going to see how our water content is in here. So we got this glass. I'm going to open the fuel up here. Might as well just go ahead and drain most of it. You can see it's kind of milky in the carb bowl here. That fuel actually doesn't look bad. I'm wondering if this mower just set for a little bit and had the issues. Actually, I see a little bit in there, but nothing to the degree of what it would cause any issues for. So fuel test out okay. Like I said, it may have just been left out in the rain or something one time. So let's put it all back together here. Not too difficult to do. You just hook that piece on for the throttle, push it back into place, take the fuel line, put it on the fuel line nipple, turn off this, or take the vice grips off, clamp the fuel line back on. It's 4 bolts to put in this, 4 screws. You want to put in that breather tube before you put everything back on as well. And you have 2 7mm. We'll do that first. And second one, it's gonna go underneath. And then we'll put your 2 5/16. Like I said, I didn't really see any issues with the carb, but it could have been hidden. Let's see if it primes correctly now. So it is priming correctly. I don't know if y'all will be able to see it in there, but it's priming through the emulsion tube now instead of through the air filter. So I'm wondering if we had some sort of blockage with the primer as well, or some sort of blockage in the emulsion tube. I don't know. But it seems like it's back together. I'm going to get it back on the ground. We're going to start it up, and hopefully everything's going to work well on it. So we're back on the ground. Let's push it, prime it in here. So there we go. Nothing too crazy there, guys. I know a lot of folks, maybe novices, and not really do this on an everyday basis. For me, this is a boring carb job, but for y'all, this could be what saves you a bunch of money. So there it is. We fixed this Craftsman M100 push mower. May have just had some bad gas, water in the fuel, something along those lines. Didn't really see a blockage in the carb, but we still cleaned it, and for y'all's purpose, y'all would have done the same practice even if you did have a carb issue. This is the general practice I go over, especially with all these Briggs & Strattons that are like this. And just would hate for y'all to have to throw your mower away because you didn't know something simple that you could fix. And you know, these things are not cheap anymore. They're a few $100s now. They're not can't go and buy them for like $150 like you used to be able to. They're more like $300, at least in this day and time in 2023. But still, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that this helped you fix your machine, and I really do appreciate the support of the channel. Y'all take care, and thank y'all for watching. See you next time.